Hi everyone! Hey guys!
Hello.
How's it going?
It's you. Welcome to Adobe Live. We start a 3-day live stream all about motion design and animation. We have amazing guests, starting with our two friends from the studio Made by Radio, although it has nothing to do with radio or audio or Don't be worried, it's all about motion design. We are live from Paris. Let us know in the chat where you're from. I see Munashe from Zimbabwe. I saw some people from Iran, people from South Africa. We will talk more about South Africa in a few seconds. And after our friends, we will have Lucille, a patron. She's a pixel art designer, and she creates animation with pixel art, so completely different. Then Alexandra, she works for Animate in London. She's a character animator. And we will end the day with Cyril. He works from Noble TV, and he's a pure motion designer with some 3D cinema 4D stuff, so it should be interesting. Look at that. We have people from Qatar, Bordeaux, Netherlands, France, London, and I expect the US to wake up gently during the stream. It's 7 a.m. on the West Coast and 10 p.m. in New York, so they will gently wake up. We are live from Paris, and now I would like you to introduce yourself. So you want to start?
Yeah, Jean Rousseau from Radio, Cape Town.
Jean, French name, but he's from Cape Town. And it's the first time we have guests from Africa. Okay, so
Lovely to be here.
Nice
thanks
to be
for
here.
traveling, because that's a very long trip.
It wasn't short. I'm Pete, Made by Radio.
Yeah.
Lovely to be here.
Jean and Pete from Cape Town, awesome, and Made by Radio. Maybe we're gonna share the website. So which one do we?
I think Jean's
Okay.
got it up and running.
Okay, so let's look at this one. So you will understand what they are doing with the studio Made by Radio. And we have more friends like Marek from Slovakia, Jessica from Luxembourg. It's very close to Paris. People from Bangladesh. Oh my God, Johannesburg. I saw some people from Joburg. So that's cool. Okay, so oh my God, look at that.
Top here we have some Amazon. This is
Amazon.
for Amazon. Nickelodeon. Some
So
3D.
yeah, which is more 3D. What is your style? Are you more in 2D or 3D?
More 2D, but at the moment we're sort of branching out a bit more.
With 3D too?
Yeah, absolutely. We do a lot of looping GIFs and
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the one we use for the promo video.
The cyclist,
the animations for Amazon.
Going very quickly.
It's actually one of yours. Pete.
No, that was one of Billy's.
Cool. It's all the collective.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love this series also. Was it for the Olympic Games or what?
Yeah, so this was for Ralph Lauren.
Oh, Ralph Lauren. Awesome.
And some simple line.
Simple line, but efficient.
Mm.
It's not that easy, yeah?
Oh, not that easy.
Oh, no.
Simpler and harder.
And if it is the first time you're joining Adobe Live, the goal is really to give you an opportunity to watch designers at work, so illustrator and motion designer today, and ask questions, okay? So about anything, what they are doing, about the career, about how is life in South Africa, I don't know. They will be live 2 hours with us today, but also tomorrow and on Thursday, same time, so just be back on Adobe Live. And I think we can start. So maybe Pete, you want to explain what you will be working on?
Cool. Yeah, I'll bring up my After Effects and we can get stuck into it.
Okay, let me show your After Effects. Yeah. So let us know in the chat who is an After Effects user. Would be interesting to know.
So we've had a little think about what we want to do over the next couple of days, and at Radio we do a lot of character-based animation, and generally, although it can be stylized and fun, the character movement is very dynamic, and there's a lot of sort of realism in the sort of interaction between the body parts. So we're going to be going over how to sort of rig a basic character and how all the limbs sort of interact to give a really nice, smooth and complete idea of motion. So that's the start.
Thanks for sharing the basics. We already had a question about what kind of customers do you work with? You know?
All sorts, big clients, small clients. At the moment, yeah, as you can see, we've got Amazon, Ralph Lauren. I'm not sure about how many other people I'm allowed to discuss at the moment, but we've got
But
some
they
very
are on the website. So
yeah, and we have some very
you
interesting.
can check the
clients
website,
in the
Made by
pipeline.
Radio. And Rufus is there with us. He will join us for the next guest. And Rufus, I think today we'll have to be very active in the chat. Okay, so you start in Illustrator. You, Jean, I will call you Jean, because it's
Lovely.
we're in
Yeah.
Paris, it sounds French. You will work in Illustrator today.
Yeah.
And then you will collaborate all together. Oh, you already have something, Pete.
Yeah, so I thought we'd start with the characters. So John,
So you got something to do. Yeah.
absolutely. John whipped this up for me a couple of days ago, so I can sort of get into rigging this guy up whilst John sort of explains and goes over how he went about doing this character, and so we can both actually have something to get on with. So I'm not just twiddling my thumbs in the corner here.
Cool. Norsh is asking why the name Made by Radio.
Oof, you'd have to ask my boss.
You have to ask the manager. Yeah, sorry.
Use your imagination. Seems like sort of ironic, just pure irony, because it's a visual,
Just visual.
just a visual
Yeah.
company.
Maybe just irony. Yeah, makes sense. And by the way, people watching, we invite you during the 3 days of live stream, because again, we will be live today, Tuesday, but also on Wednesday and Thursday, to share animations that you create. Also, if you do some pixel art, because Lucille Patron will join us and she's a pixel artist, you can also share your pixel art if you want to try, or if you want to create your first animation with After Effects and share what you're doing. Share it on Twitter, adding the Adobe Live hashtag. So it's here. See here in the banner, Adobe Live. Just add the hashtag, and we will review during the stream some animations created by our friends. Also, we will give away Creative Cloud subscription. Okay, so to people in the chat, you will see how it goes. Just stay tuned, stay with us, and you will have the opportunity to maybe win a Creative Cloud subscription, which is a full access for 1 year to all the creative apps. So to share, just share on Twitter. You can share a video, a GIF on Twitter, anything, and you add the Adobe Live hashtag, Reham. Will you be going over how to make the character in Illustrator? Actually, should I share your screen also?
Yeah.
So we can have a look?
Yeah.
Jean is working on this. He's working on a color theme now.
Cool. So very, very simple, basic shape character. Just something nice to animate.
Okay, and I will set up the view so we can see both screens at the same time. So when I switch to your screen, you can see Pete's screens, etc. Do the same with the other screen. Winstar, to get a chance to win, just stay with us. You will see, I will explain how it works. Just stay with us in the chat, it's super easy. I will ask a question at some point, we'll have to type the answer, and we have a script by Nightboat, which is a robot, and Nightboat will pick someone who answered correctly. So it's super easy. Okay, now I have the views. So what are you working on, Jean?
Okay, this is the little torso right here.
This is the torso. Okay.
Actually start from scratch.
A Pokemon.
Yeah, little Pokemon torso. Best thing ever. I'll mention Adobe here is the rounded corners
you
effect.
like this one?
Lovely. Everyone, best thing ever done. With a dimension shortcuts.
And Tom is asking in the chat, do you collaborate with illustrators, like external freelancers, or do you have all the illustrators in-house?
Generally in-house.
In-house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure every now and again we collaborate, but yeah, we have like sort of couple of illustrators, couple of animators, and we just work.
And you just work together.
Yeah.
Sebastien, so you started the rigging, Pete? Okay. I will switch your screen because we already have a question about the plugin that you are using for the rigging.
I thought there would be a couple.
So maybe you can explain.
So yeah, for simple characters, we will generally use rubber hose for walk cycles and sort of that kind of thing. If it's a standalone character who's just maybe bopping up and down on the spot or not walking, then we will generally just sort of parent the separate limbs from the feet to the shins to the thighs. But if you want a nice sort of fluid and quick and easy rig to move and to cycle, then rubber hose is a beautifully dynamic plugin, because it's I like to call it sort of responsive, because when you move the wrist, it moves the elbow for you, and you've got a lot of control and command over the extent of the motion and the setup.
Awesome. So no, sorry, we don't give away rubber hose today, but you can visit the rubber hose website and check the price. I have no idea actually. Do you know how much this is, more or less?
I'm not sure.
I can check. Rubber hose. This is by Battle Aches, apparently. There is a version 2, and it's $45.
It's well worth it, in my opinion.
I mean, I guess you save a lot of time.
Yeah, massively, absolutely. And you have...
it's a good investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And although Jean's made this beautiful sort of loopy character, we're actually going to give him quite angular limbs, just to actually really see the dynamics as the between the sort of forearm and bicep and how they sort of work together. So we're going to take the bend radius down to about 20.
Thanks, Bob and Julian, for displaying the price. Yeah, so it's less than 50, depending on the currency. I think, yeah, it's a good deal. Okay, Jean, you're already working fast. Very nice style. Someone is asking broadly, I guess, have you ever used a plugin called Juik to do the rigging? Do you have some pros and cons to share?
Juik is... We will generally use Juik for much more sort of complex characters.
Oh, okay.
So if, I mean, the new rubber hose is becoming a lot more versatile in terms of what you can create with it.
Okay.
But if you've got detailed sort of tapered limbs with a lot of flares on the legs, then Juik is probably, it's a slightly better way to go.
Okay.
The pros about using rubber hose and Juik is that you can plant the person's feet firmly on the floor. So when you move the body, his feet will always stay.
Stick.
Yeah, they don't. You're not sort of pinicketing around the line of the floor. So Juik's brilliant, but it can be a little bit complicated sometimes. So for simple rigs, rubber hose is just very quick, very simple, and you just get to start animating very quickly.
Okay, so let me show your screen, Pete, as you are adding some... oh, here we go. Starting moving the arm.
At the moment, so our general work process is very talented illustrators will create their illustrations and then send them to us. And there's a degree of replacing, to a degree, obviously, because the rubber hose is going to replace the arm. So I've taken the body, I've turned the whole of the character into shape layers just for a little bit more control later down the line, and I'm now sort of replacing the limbs as they need to be done.
And sorry, yeah, we are hiding the timeline, so you know what, we'll go even smaller. It'll be like very tiny, right? There we go. We're like little kids in After Effects. I saw some question. Yeah, Mr. Spirits asking about the computer we're using. So you have the MacBook Pro 2013, I would say, generation. You, Jean, you have the 2012.
Yeah, ancient fat machine.
And you are using a Wacom tablet.
Yeah, Intuos.
Intuos, welcome. I'm working in Illustrator right now. So what would be the workflow? Like you're working on more details? I mean, what is the...
Well, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me just an example of how the character will be done. And from here on, I'll be looking at background.
Oh, the background. Okay.
So once he's got the character all rigged up, I should have something for him to start skating through some city landscapes.
Yeah, we plan to sort of build on this character over the next couple of days. So today, hopefully, we'll have him looping, sort of kick pushing his way along. Tomorrow, maybe we add in a little trick, and then on the third day, we're hoping to put it all into a sort of context and setting.
So Sofian HD is asking, how can I learn animation 2D in After Effects? So what would be your best advice? Like, let's say we have designers in the chat, they want to learn motion design. What would be the first move?
I'd really say just have a look at some of the tutorials out there. If you have After Effects, then just go out, have a look at tutorials, and do what I found at college was, if you do something that you're really interested in or passionate about, I love skateboarding, so this is fun for me. If you make things fun for you and look at the tutorials out there, you can come up with some really cool things.
Yeah, and we had some guests actually on Adobe Live. If you check the replays, all the replays of all our shows are available on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. So I invite you all to subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. There is a subscribe button. Also, it's a good way to be notified when we go live, because on Adobe Live now we go live every 2 weeks. Okay, so within 2 weeks we will be live again on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, always the same. And within 2 weeks it will be with video makers. So it will be about editing videos in Premiere Pro, with some good surprises you will see. Someone is asking when you will make a video live about Premiere Pro. Within 2 weeks. You see? Here we go.
Ahead of the game.
Yeah, today it's more about animation and motion design, so mainly After Effects. Lucille is also working. She creates pixel art animation directly in Photoshop. And the rest, like Alexandra and Cyril, they will also work in After Effects. Cyril, he will be live today at the end. He's also working in Cinema 4D. So he mix. If you're interested in 3D, it could be good to see. Matthew is asking a good question. So what are the benefits of After Effects over Animate CC for 2D motion graphics? So I don't know if you are familiar with Adobe Animate, which is the new name for Flash Pro. Yeah.
I've seen little bits and bobs, but I really have no idea of the workings. Yeah.
Okay, so I will take this one again. So Animate CC is the new name of Flash Pro, that has been there forever. Really, you have the timeline with the keyframes, so it's very similar to After Effects. Although Animate CC is all about vectors, when After Effects it could be much more than vectors, also bitmaps, special effects, a lot of plugins. And Animate, the goal is to output animations for the web. So Flash animations, HTML5 using WebGL, the canvas. When After Effects, you output videos, or best case animated GIFs or clips. Yeah. So Max is asking, so why do you rebuild the illustration in After Effects?
Well, it's a very good question, but I mean, I'm rebuilding it because the limbs are now used by rubber hose, so it's just making my life a bit easier and a bit quicker to be able to sort of showcase it all. But I mean, it's the illustrations are a really good guide, and you have to stay true to them to a degree. But there comes times when you need to sort of edit shapes a little bit to work with the style of motion that you're adding. So I mean, that's why I'm giving him angular limbs, so that you can actually get a bit more of a gist of like how the body's actually moving.
We have guys in our studio, sound guys, who we just give them a screenshot of the
That's just a
illustration,
screenshot.
and they like redraw redraw the whole thing.
Yeah, why not?
Sometimes you have to fill in the gaps.
We have Notatio. Apparently, he sent an email to Made by Radio to be an intern. He's from Kazakhstan. So,
I'm sure.
I'm sure the Made by Radio team is watching, so they will reply. Okay, Jean, so let's switch to your screen so we understand what you're doing.
So it's sort of what we had in mind for this was
someone was asking actually, like,
what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? What would be the final animation?
Yeah, final animation. We thought like a sort of a panel of sort of 6 squares where we would have build different scenes like from a city. So the idea was this guy is skating through the city. So we'll have a little showcase.
But you have to stay till the 3rd day to see.
So it would be, because they would be like 3 days, 2 hours per day. So it lets them 6 hours to build this mosaic of animation.
That's a very good description.
We have Michael Harvey asking you, how did you guys start off in the motion design industry? So maybe you can talk a little bit about your background. Maybe Jean, how did you join the creative industry?
Well, from study, I always knew I wanted to be an illustrator, and in Cape Town there wasn't really a spot to study illustration, so I ended up doing design, just graphic design.
Graphic design.
And then I went to intern at an illustration studio. They were opening up a design sector, so I thought I was going to be doing design, and then just went straight into illustration.
That's it.
So it's kind of all back
and you
forth
grew up
process.
in Cape Town?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you are from Cape Town. When you, Pete, you are not from Cape Town, right?
No, I'm from the UK. I moved to Cape Town about 3 years ago or something. Change the scenery, a bit more sunshine.
Yeah.
And I was actually studying a web design course, so we were doing sort of websites and code and that kind of thing, and we did a little bit of After Effects to be able to produce a motion reel. Oh. And as soon as I saw it, I realized that this was absolutely everything that I loved. So I kind of didn't sleep for the next 3 weeks and just animated, and I was lucky enough for radio to come to our industry day at the college I was at and offered me a position. The rest is history.
That's nice. So Armand is asking us, how long does it take to plan a new sequence, and how do you decide? So how did you decide on this, for instance? Did you sketch on paper or just talking? Or?
Yeah, I think it always starts sort of verbally, doesn't it? You have a chat about what could be cool, what could be fun. I mean, at radio we always like to. It has to be fun, sometimes humorous. Most of the times humorous. But, so yeah, we had a chat about what could be interesting and fun, and also somewhat enlightening for people watching, and we came up with this sort of idea, fleshed out a couple of ideas, did a couple of style tests, and and here we are.
Awesome. Can After Effects be used to animate for the web? Well, Norsh, actually,
Well,
if you look at your customers now, just put a video on the website. I remember 10 years ago, putting a video on a website, not good. So that's why we were using Flash, because it was very light.
Yeah.
But today, most of the websites, sometimes you have this full screen video in the background, or the motion design created in After Effects just plays the video on the page. And that's, so we could say that it's also for the web.
Even just GIFs. I mean,
GIFs. Yeah.
Create a GIF. It's the
No, I even see GIFs in emails now.
Yeah. You have the little signatures.
Yeah.
It's the way to go.
Can you import Illustrator or Photoshop brushes in After Effects? No.
I'm not sure. I did notice in the new version they have a brushes panel, but I don't particularly use brushes, so I'm not the best to answer that sort of question.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, we should double check. There's a plugin or a release in the beta that can export animations for the web. HTML5 animations.
Yes, yeah. So
you saw that?
It's in the render.
In the render.
In the plugin, the plugin allows you in the render queue to export in. I'm not sure if it's SVG sequences or.
So it could be SVG animations.
Yeah. So and then it sort of it renders out the code and you can sort of apply it onto a website.
Okay.
It can be, it's really very cool because it allows you to sort of make all these interactive animations very quickly, very easily for the web.
Awesome. And so people are asking, how do you export animated GIF?
So what I generally do is export a MOV and then take it into Photoshop and convert it.
And save for the web.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I do also. So you export a movie, you drag and drop the movie in Photoshop. It will open the movie with a timeline. And then you go in File, Export, Save for the Web, Legacy. And if you export a GIF, it will see it's a video, so you will have several options such as do you want to loop forever or just loop once, or choose the color palette. So in this case, it will work very well because the color palette is very reduced. Yeah. Okay, let's look at your screen, Jean. You're doing some modern art.
Yeah, modern art always.
Yeah.
Yeah, just simple shapes. This whole thing is just going to be, like the characters, just simple. We're just going to use basic shapes to create most of this. All of it. So you can start seeing the 6 square panel.
Okay. This will be the mosaic for the.
That's the basis.
Okay.
So it's just playing around with shapes. See, what do we see in a city? I think the train would be.
We can see trains, yeah.
Definitely see trains.
Did you work on the project for Ralph Lauren?
No.
Because they are asking, like, there are some particles.
Yeah, so that was constructed in Photoshop. So
okay, frame by frame. It's frame by frame animation in Photoshop.
Absolutely.
So frame by frame animation is a technique we will see with Lucille, who is now our next guest. She will be live in 1 hour and a half. She's a pixel artist, but she will use the timeline in Photoshop. So this is how you create this kind of animation. So it's like traditional cell animation.
What is that program? What's the nice cell program besides Toon Moon?
Yeah, Toon Moon is an animation. It competes more with Animate CC, actually. Yeah. Okay, so how is the rigging now?
The rigging's going well. So we've got all of the limbs parented to where they should be. If you think about it, the shoulders and the hips are attached to the body, the head's attached to the body, and the feet are attached to the ankles. But here, generally, I like to leave the limbs not parented to anything so that you've got the most sort of manipulation that you can sort of obtain through it. But with this one, because the ankle is fixed to the skateboard, I'm going to parent this ankle to the skateboard. So if there's some vibration, then it will come through the sort of ankle and give a little bit more sort of realism as such.
Nice. Giorgino is asking, what do you think of the use of ready-made motion elements or templates? Because there are a lot of templates that you can get on the web.
I was actually unaware.
Yeah, so you have also I use, for instance, animated typographies. Where you buy and for each character you have an animation you can just place. So this is what I use to do the video teaser, just to save time, for instance. So if you want to save time like me, if you don't have time, feel free to use templates. They are there for here, there is no shame. But when you work for a customer such as Amazon or Ralph Lauren, maybe you want to craft everything.
I think as well it's good to understand even the smallest things, understand the motion behind it and how to sort of construct that yourself, because you can always combine it with other ideas and effects, and every single thing you learn stays in your brain, and there's a way that you can sort of incorporate it in a different way, so
that's true. Combine it with something else in another project. And yes, thank you, Nightbot. So remembering, if you want to share the animations on Twitter, I will check Twitter in 5 minutes. If you are a motion designer and you want to share what you create with our friends, and then we will display it on the screen, give some live critique. Also, it's a way to get a chance to win your Creative Cloud subscription, because on Friday we will pick 10 animations or pixel art that have been shared on Twitter. And 10 people get a chance to win a Creative Cloud subscription.
I'm keen to see what people come up with.
Yeah, actually, let me check Twitter. Maybe they started sharing, and usually when I share my screen, they are even more motivated to share,
They're getting excited.
Yeah, let's see. It's the beginning of the day, they have to wake up and warm up. Okay, so here. Actually, yeah, we already have some motion designers watching. Okay, let me try to share my screen. Before that, I will, for instance, close my emails. So, where is my screen? Here we go. So that's what I was talking about. We invite you to share on Twitter what you have been working on or what you are doing while watching. Could be anything. If you want to take a picture of your After Effects, I don't know. So we have One Peak View who is watching us. It's a short typographic animation made in After Effects. Okay, nominated for British LGBT Top 10 Network Group. Okay, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so it's like typography work. Maybe the first part is the most interesting one. With some mask. Good work. What is this one? Core animation. Every character bounces and look around. Okay.
It's cool. There's a nice parallax in the background, so you've got like that sort of depth.
Oh yeah, good point. They are very cute, huh?
Yeah.
These characters are very cute. Good work towards. Whoa, super graphiste. Oh, with Animate CC. So this could become typically a Flash or HTML5 animation.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Using the layers, yeah. Good job.
Anything, I'd say maybe to offset, I'll be sort of talking about this a little bit now, is just to offset the limbs just a little bit so that they don't sort of end at exactly the same.
Ah, you don't want them to end at the same time?
See, there's a slight sort of pause when she hits and comes back, so a little bit of offsetting can just make it a little bit more natural.
Okay. Oh no! Phil Carton, thanks for watching.
Very cool.
Bunny surf. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh!
Sure.
Is it a loop? Yeah, I guess it's a loop, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's a loop. Good job. And then it's a GIF, so it's supposed to move, huh? Maybe not.
Very subtle.
Yeah, very subtle animation. Oh my god, what is this? The very first animated GIF I made after watching Jeff's Curran on Adobe Live. We're talking about gems, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Down in
I like how the mouse... here we go. Good job, James. We have even more people sharing. Okay, so we will get back to Twitter soon. Keep sharing. Just add the Adobe Live hashtag. This is how we can catch it. But yeah, good job. We have great animators watching. That's awesome. No, Twitter. Hey, Elsie Finch, good to see you. Thanks for joining. We're live from Paris. It's all about motion design and animation. Uh, 88 Stefan is asking, where do you guys get your inspiration from?
It's a really interesting question. With a very not the best, easiest one to answer.
I think it's just everywhere.
Exactly. I think from it's lovely watching other people's works and all the rest, and obviously that does give you sort of inspiration, ideas.
Yeah.
But even just taking a walk down the road, things like that, just sort of be open to everything. I think.
Yeah, just coming to the city, like we're doing a city scene, like just taking a walk down the city, just seeing different signage, different buildings, all like so much detail in the city. Yeah, location.
Because Jean, we go to your screen, so you are still working on the train or metro.
Yeah. So I think this middle panel will be the
this will be the one
spot.
for the train.
Yeah.
So you will create a mask after, I guess it will be in After Effects.
Yeah, I'll put that in a little clipping mask.
And the train will go in the background. I see. So for the people watching, if you could reply in the chat, I would like to know, how did you know about this string? So it could be maybe you received an email, maybe you receive a Creative Cloud desktop notification, maybe you saw a tweet. If you could just share just from it, it's always interesting to know how you joined Adobe Live. Thanks. So Jean is working on the scenery. Yes, Juan Fernandez. Jean is actively working on the background because they will end with 6 different scenes, right?
Yeah.
All playing at the same time, and I don't know how it will work, but
Hopefully there will
hopefully.
be moving.
And you received emails. Okay, good to know. Email. Getting married. Okay, good. Good. Go and get married. That's fine. And some people got notification. Okay, awesome. It's awesome. Okay, so I guess Natalia sent an email. That's good. And you got a phone call from Pete. Yeah, it's more, it's a new way. It's Simon Knowles who says that.
Oh.
Yeah. This is a new marketing tool for Adobe Live. Just call people.
Absolutely. Just
Watch us live now.
Get me on the phone.
And okay, and we have also someone who subscribed to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel and then received an email saying we are live. Okay, that's good. It's a good way to YouTube notification. Okay, that's great. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so what are you working on, John?
We are still starting scratch there, just making a little fire hydrant for this
For this square.
left.
Okay. So the skate border will have to jump.
Yeah. Good guess.
You have to, yes.
Okay. And Pete, so the rigging is working already. Adding some keyframes.
Yeah, I think like sometimes there's a million different ways to go around looking at how you want someone to move. But in something like this, where there's sort of two-ish rest states, I find it's good to move the position of the character to both of those states, and then sort of fill in the gaps a little bit. So this is where he's just pushed off, and he's sort of pushing into the distance, and then this is where he's flipped his leg back up to push back down. So if we go sort of
it's a very intense move, like he's not a solo skateboarder.
No, he's going to be going hard. So once you've got those two spots, you can sort of start playing with the motion curves of the actual directionals, and start thinking about how each arm would sort of swing and sort of pull back towards the body at times, and that can be the sort of really confusing thing about character rigs, is there's a million different things going on at the same time, and you have to find that right sort of balance of all of them. So now that I've got those two sets of keyframes pretty much where I want them to be, and I've actually gone through and given them roughly the same sort of motion curve, I will be doing a lot with the motion curves of the limbs.
Oh, okay,
because
great.
this sort of brings in the sort of anticipation where the action sort of happens and where things sort of overlap. So now it's all doing it at the same time, which gives you an idea of how the motion's working. But now I'm going to go into sort of offsetting everything and giving it a little bit more sort of a natural feel.
Okay. So you don't want to like the arm and the leg to end at the same time, or you know?
Well, a little bit. Like so I want like when the body sort of reached its highest peak and sort of stopped, I want the limbs to sort of keep on going, and then the body's coming down whilst the limbs are almost still coming up. The limbs are sort of getting dragged by the body as he sort of pushes back down again. So I'm going to just offset the arms and the legs to start with.
And Amy Hill is asking, please can you offer any advice on animating animals? So Amy, stay with us, because Alexandra Loon, who is our third guest today, okay, because we have a lot of guests. We start with Pete and John for 2 hours. We are still together for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And then we'll welcome Lucille Patron. She will share with us how to do pixel art animation. And then there will be Alexandra, and she will be animating 2 characters. One is a human being, and the other one is a dog, because she wants to cover character animations for human beings and animals. So you will get your answer.
Perfect.
You see?
Got something for everyone.
So you just have to stay with us for 8 hours.
Only 8.
Only 8 today, and 8 again tomorrow, 8 again on Thursday, and you should be initiated to all the... So she will do, I think, someone like, how do you say that with promener son chien? You know, like
walk the dog.
Walking the dog. I have my translator in the room. It's very convenient. Because you cannot see, but we are in a huge studio, right?
Yeah,
it's so big, like 40 people around us. And in about 15 minutes, we will give away a Creative Cloud subscription to someone in the chat. Stay tuned, I will explain how it works.
I was just going to ask you.
You'll see.
I'll stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Oliver, will this content be available to watch after the stream has ended? Yes. So Oliver, it's very easy to access the replays. The first way, when we stop the live, 10 minutes after, the video is available on the YouTube Creative Cloud channel. And there is a subscribe button, so you can access the channel now. Also, if you go back on adobelive.com, there is on the right a replays tab that I will update in about 2 hours to automatically display all the replays from the previous motion design shows. So, yeah. So hear me asking how to make it look so natural and flexible. Or I think that's what you were saying, Pete. You have
Yeah, I mean,
to offset.
exactly. Like the
Exaggerate.
the offsetting helps, and I mean, I think one of the really important things is just to not give up, because you know the start can be really difficult, and it's actually when everything's kind of comes together, that's when it starts looking a bit better, sort of thing. So I mean, at the moment, yeah, we've got the body moving sort of before the arms and the legs.
Oh.
And then what's very important is to look at references, and to look at how the body sort of interacts and does things, especially in cycles, walk cycles, run cycles.
So would you ask Rufus, for instance, to jump like
Rufus,
10 times?
A kickflip would be
A kickflip.
All right.
So Rufus is on a skateboard right now, and we're just watching. Okay. Okay, the body. Okay.
Things like
Running around the studio.
Yeah, so big.
So I mean, it's the down movement that's going to be the most fun, because he's going to sort of very, very sort of almost violently bring down, and he's going to sort of leave his leg up there for a little bit, and leg's going to swoosh back in.
It's gonna be so a lot of style. Johan is asking, have you worked with the new version of Rubber House?
This is actually what I'm using right now.
Oh, this is version 2?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's very cool, although to be honest, what I'm doing right now is exactly what I'd be doing with the original version, because what I find what's really nice about rigging with rubber hose is that you can put trim paths on each of the limbs. So like, I'll just show you the arm, for example.
Oh, Sinia is in the chat. Sinia was a host of the German stream we had, and she's sick. Oh,
Shame.
sorry. Recover soon, okay? You can all say in the chat, recover soon, Sinia.
Drink cinnamon.
Any tips for beginner? Well, hear me. So the good news with After Effects is that today is the best time to learn After Effects. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
like 15 years ago, you would have to buy a book. You know, like today, you can watch Pete working, get inspired, and then say, yeah, I want to learn After Effects. And there are so many tutorials. We had on the stream on Adobe Live Ivan Abrams. I don't know if you know this channel. He's explaining, someone was asking how to make 2D animations look 3D, you know, playing with depth. And actually, he made a tutorial on Adobe Live about it.
Oh, really?
How to play with depth, you know, like, and pretend that it's 3D just using 2D shapes. So you can watch the replay on the Creative Cloud.
Absolutely, we'll be doing a little bit of that tomorrow, preferably.
Tomorrow, come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll do some fake 3D.
Yeah, because tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to get this skateboard flipping, but we won't be using any 3D. We'll just be using shape layers.
Oh, the board would be...
absolutely. Hopefully.
With some masks and stuff? Masking or just different shapes?
I don't think I use any masks. I think it's mainly just playing with the path.
Okay.
So
interesting.
We'll find out.
I'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
Is this Adobe Help Center? No, not really. So this is... If you have technical questions, actually you can visit the Adobe forums. Okay, it's a good way. Like if you have you have Adobe certified experts answering your questions in the Adobe forums, but only if you have a very technical question.
Or call Michael.
Or you just call me. My number is in the chat.
Personal number.
So to simulate 3D in a 2D project, yeah. So we will cover that tomorrow. Hiran with the skateboard. Who else is also has great YouTube tutorials? We had Mikey Borrell on the chat on Adobe Live. We we almost had MT Morgraph.
I learned a lot from MT Morgraph.
MT Morgraph, he has a YouTube channel, very popular.
And especially for beginners, although he does a lot of sort of intermediate and a little bit more developed stuff. For a beginner, he's got some really good stuff. Check him out.
Yeah. So I would say, Ivan Abrams and MT Morgraph, two great YouTube channels to start. Mikey Barrett. I think the name of his YouTube channel is Cinema Space.
Cinema Space.
I think so. Let me check. Mikey Barrett. Cinema Space. Or Spice. Cinema Spice. Yeah, sorry. Like something spicy. Yeah. Okay, so now someone is very scared in the chat, is asking, what is Jean doing? Still working on the train.
I'm just grabbing the windows from the train. We want to keep everything sort of consistent. And they are going onto a bus.
Ah, it's a bus.
Yeah.
It's just duplicating the windows.
Yeah,
it's good to be lazy.
But consistency. That's what we're going for.
And Video Copilot, Andrew Kramer also, of course. It's more for special effects. So if you are more into... thank you, Steve, Cinema Spice. If you are more into 2D animations like this, so Ivan Abrams, Cinema Spice, MT Morgraph. If you want to learn After Effects, more for special effects, explosions, or big lens flares. So Video Copilot, Andrew Kramer, best place to go. It's cool because they are really dedicated to publish tutorials. Like Ivan, like every week, boom, new tutorials.
And that's the beautiful thing about the internet as well, is that you will, if you have a question about how to do something, if you Google the right words, you will find something. There is a tutorial for everything out there.
So a question about rubber hose. Can it simulate stretch and squash?
Yes. It's got quite a few sort of, how we'd call them, things that you can adjust from the
like
hose
parameters.
length. So like,
that.
Which is cool. The bend direction can be very handy. So if you want to go from that, and there's a lot of stuff that you can play with that makes it very interesting, and you can just sort of take a limb and stretch it out.
And for people who just joined us, so they are working on the same project, okay? You're not just playing with Illustrator.
The colors are... so I'll be doing the backgrounds at the moment. The setting for this guy to skate through. So hopefully Peter's going to be showing you how to loop a background. Nice.
Oh my god, he's really working hard on this skateboard.
Right.
But you know, Pete, there is an issue. He's not moving.
He needs some perspective. He doesn't have a foot at the moment, which isn't helping. So.
Oh, that's why. He's not touching the ground.
That's another good point, which is when it comes to animating characters, I find it's good to start with the main force that's driving the body, and in this case it's the abdomen. So it's the abdomen that starts the motion, and then you've got the sort of things that are connected to the abdomen,
and
which
then,
are the arms and the legs, and then after you've done that, to go into the feet and the hands, so to sort of have a hierarchy about how you go about it.
You studied physics, huh?
I did study physics for a period.
So that helps as well.
And yes, Leisha, so there will be an animated background. So actually, Jean is working on the parts of the background, trying to find a scenario for... because the skateboarder, he will go through 6 different scenes, right?
Well,
Maybe not.
There'll be 6 different scenes, and he, depending on how much time we have, maybe he'll be doing a couple of.
He will be in a
appearing
couple. Okay.
So stay tuned and you'll see what he'll be doing.
Yeah, the little blue circle is the head. Yeah, it's definitely on steroid. Sunduck on YouTube. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Janet. Can you recommend any good motion design conference or exhibitions in South Africa?
Ooh, in South Africa. Not off the top of my mind, to be honest with you.
Where are you based, Joe? Asking. If you are in Europe, I know some of them. Yeah. In Europe, I would recommend OFF in Barcelona, OFFF. And by the way, I can announce that it's the first week of April. It's 3 days in Barcelona with about, maybe 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah, that's a big one.
People. Yeah, it's very big. And there is a big stage with a lot of motion designers and video makers and designers in general. So yeah, it's big. And I'm happy to announce that we will be live from OFF this year. So it's the first week of April, and there will be a special Adobe Live from OFF with about 20 guests, 20 designers, including motion designers. They will share what they are doing. We will review portfolios. We will have some live creations. So it's a big one. OFF is the best. So thank you.
And it's sold out.
And it's sold out always.
Gosh,
Yeah, of course. Who will be at OFF? Anna Mesas, of course. Anna will be at OFF with me on the Adobe booth. Otherwise, if you're in France, there is the Motion Design Conference in Paris every year in September, where we invite 7 to 8 international motion designers. It's one full day, one Saturday. We had 2 editions. What else? There is a good one in Serbia, I think, called Resonance. It's about audio and video. I've heard it's one of the best. But maybe someone in the chat can remind me the name of the conference, because I say Resonance, but I don't trust myself.
In South Africa, that's a trance party.
Trance party?
Resonance. Yeah.
Resonance? Yeah. So maybe because of me, some people will go to South Africa to Resonance and they will discover a trance party. Hi Guillaume, you're in France, Guillaume, in Bourgogne, so you can come to the Motion Design Conference, I guess. Organized by Motion Plus Design. NAB, Joe, NAB is really more about video editing, but we also do some announcements. So if you have the opportunity to go to NAB and visit the Adobe booth, this is usually a good time when we unveil what's coming in Premiere Pro and After Effects. And you can meet Jason Levine in person, who is the Adobe After Effects expert and evangelist. So just for that, you should go to NAB. Hi JC, thanks for joining. Hey Pishad. Pishad is a motion designer. He's working for, they have a blog also, Motion Cafe. And OFF is sold out, I know. If you want to attend OFF, usually they open the registrations in January, so yeah.
Get there next
Be ready. Yeah. Okay, I think it's time to give away a Creative Cloud subscription. Oh, your character is looking good, Pete.
Thank you.
Very intense.
Serious about story.
So we'll give away a Creative Cloud subscription. How does it work? First, I need to wake up Nightboat. Is he awake? Or is she? Maybe it's a she. I don't know. It is awake. Okay, let's see if it works. And I will ask you a question. You will have to type a keyboard. A keyboard. It's not easy.
Type a keyboard.
Type a keyboard. You have to type a keyword, like the answer in the chat. And we will pick someone who answer correctly. Okay, so I will try with something easy, okay? Okay, let's try with something easy. So I will ask you from which city, in which city do our friends live? Okay, they took a plane, they traveled 11 hours in a plane.
11 and a half, yeah.
I think you're giving them
Imagine
too much hints.
imagine Jean in a plane.
It's literally my worst.
Like,
worst.
It's the worst experience
Ever.
you can have. But he
It's an
did it for
ordeal.
you.
It's an ordeal.
It's a sacrifice he did just for you on Adobe Live. They're coming from very far away. Usually we have people from Europe, from London, from Amsterdam. Not this time. So please type the name of the city. Oh, I think they are. Yeah, they got it. Yes.
Job. No,
It's not job work. Not job work.
A lot of
majority.
people got it.
Ah, yeah.
People listening.
Good job. So in 1 minute, I will ask Nightboat to pick someone who gave the right answer. You saw what?
The letter V.
V?
Somebody command V.
Oh, the command V. Ah.
Sneaky.
So are we limiting it? Are you limiting night path? Are you limiting night path to 3 hosts?
No.
No.
Also, let me share you one trick with you. If you subscribe to the Adobe Creative Cloud YouTube channel, it gives you 5 times more chances to win. So I give you 30 seconds, but make sure that you subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. It's also a good way to be notified when we go live. Okay.
For the press, you did 205.
Oh wow. Okay, they're
who
using
was
their
that?
brain.
Oh no! Like, oh, there's your phone number.
That's definitely someone from the office, I reckon.
Or somebody Google.
Yeah, someone's using their brain.
But that's
Okay,
actually
let's
our
do it.
old address, so that's.
They got caught out.
Okay, Nightbot, please pick someone. And oh my God, what is this name? Sterzenbach Design.
That's bad.
Sterzenbach Design. Congratulations!
Mm.
You win a 1-year Creative Cloud subscription, like full access to
Lucky.
Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, Premiere. Like you have 1 year to become the most successful motion designer in your region. So it's awesome.
No pressure.
So how does it work for you, Sterzenbach Design? Make sure to type in the chat, share with us what is your Twitter handle, so we can contact you. We will contact you this week, exchange information, and you will receive a code to activate your Creative Cloud subscription. If you are already a Creative Cloud member, it will extend your membership. I will do it again. Like extend. See
Yeah,
the motion design? Extend. Whoa.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, it looks good, huh? And there will be more giveaways, okay? Actually, I will do one more just to warm up during this stream at any time. So stay with us until the end. You don't have Twitter. Ah, okay. I guess you're from Germany. German people, they don't like Twitter. Okay, maybe you can find me on Facebook. Rufus will give you my name on Facebook. There is my name actually, in the lower third. Find me on Facebook today. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, we will do one more giveaway during the stream. Stay with us, don't worry. Okay, so yeah, it looks very good. Jean,
Good.
what is the status of the illustration? There's so many shapes.
Yeah, and it's going to stay like that. There's going to be no detail as such. It's going to be shapes, and I think it will come together when we have the
at night. Okay, got it.
just little clues. So it's sort of like a guessing game as to what everything is.
You see, he's from Berlin. I guessed it.
Called it.
I guessed it. Not Twitter, Berlin.
So, I mean, I haven't been on Twitter.
No?
No. Is it still going even?
It's still going, yeah.
Still going strong?
Yeah, there are some presidents, using Twitter massively these days. So
Donald.
yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
So Jory, we're still live with Pete and Jean from Made by Radio Studio. Still live together for 15 minutes. But then we will have new guests. So Lucille Patron, she's a pixel artist and she creates animations with pixel art in Photoshop. She will be live with us after for 2 hours. And then Alexandra from Animate Studio in London. And then Cyril, who is a motion designer from Noble TV. So we are still together for 7 hours of live. Just stay tuned, everything on adobelive.com. Will you share the project files?
Don't think so.
No. But maybe you can share the animation on Twitter, like the final result. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, more than welcome to sort of see what's being done, and these live streams are going to be up on YouTube at the end. So I mean, who needs a project file when you've got the video in front of you?
Yeah. And also, you need the plugins and stuff. So even sharing the project files won't really help. And yes, you can create shapes in After Effects as well. Yeah. Ari, who won? I missed that. It's our friend Starsenbach Design from Berlin. But there will be a new opportunity to win. Stay with us. We have Redouane from Algeria. I do not understand much English, but this is wonderful. Merci Redouane de nous regarder. Ça fait très plaisir. People from Algeria. Okay, let's see if we have the people from America. They should be
They're
awake.
woken up yet.
Yeah.
They're having a coffee.
Yeah, they're having a coffee, okay. Do we have people from South America? Good question. Let's see. Let us know in the chat if we have some people from South America. Candice, a question about this animation. Can we use it in a mobile game? Is it something you did already? Animation for games?
No, I've actually been thinking about this quite recently, and especially considering the whole exporting animations to raw code. I mean, it must be.
There must be a way. So games. So for cinematics, usually you can use a video. It's easy. You just play the video, like for an introduction. But then, if it has to become like the animation of the character, usually you have to export a sprite sheet that will be consumed by the gaming engine. And from After Effects, it's quite easy because it's a PNG sequence, and then you have sprite sheet plugins. So yeah, you can definitely use it. I saw people from Argentina, Brazil.
Oh, nice.
Got a whole bunch.
Netherlands, which is also in South America. Southern US, yeah, it counts. Okay. If you're in the south of the US, yeah, thanks for
Close enough.
joining. Unity 3D, yeah, good point, Phil. Unity 3D is typically an engine that can consume sprite sheets for video games. Not only for 3D games, by the way, 2D games also. You can export to Swift. Oh, okay, Maxime. Good to know. Swift, which is the scripting language for iOS. Oh, someone from Las Vegas. Wow. So Adobe Max, which is the big Adobe conference, will be in Las Vegas this year.
Oh, wow.
Sure. Because everyone gets.
Oh yeah, very good point. Yeah, we might ask LC to host one day. It's a good idea. People from Brazil, Ghana, in Africa, great. Sprite sheet. Yeah, sorry. It's true that with my accent, if I say shit or sheet, you cannot hear the difference. So sprite sheets. Sorry.
Sure. Whose comment was that?
We have someone from the Atlantis. Wow. Daniel, if you can let us know where you are, because we're looking for the Atlantis for thousands of years now. It's good. So they have internet. Okay, it's good to know.
The advanced.
Lee's from the moon.
Summon.
Wow. You have YouTube on the moon too. That's great. Say beach. No, I won't try, Carlos. I won't try. Okay, so let's go back to your screen, Pete. So you're
Okay.
adding
Adding the foot now.
Now there is a foot.
Now there's a foot. Now there's a foot. And the foot's kind of the fun point because the foot's going to, yet again with the sort of staggered level of...
Oh yeah, it won't be static
offsetting.
like the other one.
yeah, exactly. So when the body stops, the arms are still going. When the arms stop, the leg's still going. When the leg stops, the foot's still going.
Oh
and there's
my
this sort of
This guy is so smooth.
this flow.
So smooth.
He's going to have a very sort of floppy foot.
Okay, there was a good question and I missed it. So let me go back to the chat here. Someone was asking what plugin you're using. So if you just joined, he's using
Rubber hose.
After Effects and Rubber Hose. What's the music in the background? It's music by Andrew Appleby. So yeah, sorry. So there is music in the background. You can hear it. Yeah. Oh, Cap Vert. Awesome. Oh, is there a method to change all the colors via a palette or sort of?
In After Effects?
Oh, in After Effects, I don't.
There are some very interesting plugins that I've been looking at recently which can do that. There's a very expensive one which will allow you to, if you have a composition or a pre-comp,
Yeah.
you can change every single color.
Well, it will go inside the comp to change.
I think I'm not sure how it does it. I'm not sure how it does it. So I presume there's a little bit like Photoshop with the sort of selecting similar colors.
The pixels.
Yeah, but there's also ones where you have responsive swatches. So you start with
global colors.
yes, yeah, absolutely. So you can, if you start with them, then you can edit them as you go, and they'll edit all of those colors. At the click. Yeah.
So maybe it's better to do the color research first in Illustrator. Maybe we can show them how to or make a global color.
With a color wheel.
And there is a color wheel, so yeah, we can show that. So first I think you need to select some elements.
Yeah. Well, let's select a couple of different colors.
Oh, not the red one, please. You see what it does, the red? Not full red. Yeah.
Okay. What did
Anything
it do then?
except this one.
Okay.
It creates a glitch.
Problem. Oops, let's quickly change that.
Joe, he has a question for you, Pete. Do you think it's worth learning how to write scripts for After Effects expressions?
I do, and I actually really want to get into looking at a bit more of this myself. I have maybe 3 or 4 that I use regularly, but they help my workflow tremendously. So if I could know more, I would like that. So yes, I would say it's a really good idea, definitely.
Cool. So it's not like mandatory or...
Oh no, not at all. And a lot of the effects and can sort of do the same sort of things. I generally use it for looping, for time loops. So if you just want something to go up
like
and down,
ping pong or...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's I can't remember his name. There's a very interesting motion designer who does all of his loops are just all of his little GIFs are just looped out of like a body going up and down, and then the head slightly offset. So it's a guy that's a really cool drummer. But yeah, I'm sorry, I really can't remember his name.
But James Curran is also using this ping pong, like some expressions too. Yeah. Okay, so you have 2 colors. And
global color change.
Recolor artwork, and then
Yeah, so it's just dragging across. So whatever color you want to change, that's the only.
And you have the live preview. You can also click on edit here and directly edit the values here with the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so if you cancel, so there is a very powerful feature. So let's say, okay, I'll just show you here. Let's say I will just edit this value here, and I want to create a color here, like a new swatch that I know I will use a lot. But you should check this box if you know that you will use it. Global. Because now every time you will create a new shape and apply the color, then it's linked to this one. And that's why it has the small, the tiny white corner.
Nice.
So if I double click now and I edit the value, and I do preview, it will change this green in my entire file because it's a global color.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So Illustrator is really one of the most advanced tools for colors. And unfortunately, it's not in After Effects, so you need a plugin. Unfortunately, it's not in Photoshop because Photoshop is all about pixels. So he forgets the information about colors. Someone is asking, is it Marcus Magnuson?
Yes.
The motion
designer.
absolutely.
Wow. Thank you.
That description was just so apt.
And Marcus, I'm very sorry I forgot your name.
It's fine. We have a Ray from South Africa too. That's nice. Yeah, the second giveaway, stay tuned, we'll give away another Creative Cloud subscription soon. And they're talking about Emanuele Colombo. Maybe we should check.
No, I think actually it might be Emmanuel. I really need to get better with names.
Okay, what we will do now, I will come back on Twitter because we invite you to share what you are creating on Twitter. Animations, pixel art, you know. So we get a feel also of who's watching and what kind of motion designer or illustrator is watching, and to share your work.
Sorry, it was definitely Emmanuel.
Oh, so it's Emmanuel Colombo.
I just wanted to straighten it out. Thank you, Rob.
Just drop some names. No, I think it's Jean-Pierre Chaussette. It's definitely Jean-Pierre Chaussette. We just celebrate all the motion
Yes,
designers.
absolutely.
So we invite you to share on Twitter. Just add the hashtag Adobe Live. Okay, that's how I can get it. And now I'm looking at Twitter to see if there are some cool animation. Oh my God, you shared so many animations, my friends. What? Oh. Okay, it would be hard to show all the animations, but I will try to pick some. Okay, I like this one. Where is my screen? Here we go. An animation by Glitch. Someone who is very passionate. Oh, what's happening with the mouse? Oh. Very nice. Good job, Glitch. The Chameleon by Flyper Cartoons. Unfortunately, it's not showing up. Or maybe it's coming. Wow. You have to be very patient. Maybe this is still loading, that's why. Oh no, I'm stupid, it's a chameleon. That's why I cannot see it.
Oh!
Okay, you got me.
Clever.
Smart.
Very clever. I like that.
Okay.
That's really funny.
You got me. Okay. Nice animation with a countdown. Thanks for sharing. Surajit. Oh, people. Uh-oh. Crabs. Crabs invasion. Let's go. Check. Oh, so cute. Good
It's a
job.
Valentine's Day one.
Yuri Santos. Oh, pinball.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
oh,
fast.
nice.
Whoa.
Really
Yuri.
nice. Fair play.
Good job.
Yeah.
So many animations. You can check all these animations on Twitter too, okay? Just look for the... Look at that. The Adobe Live hashtag. Daniel Barreto. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah,
Oh, that's really nice.
that's cool.
That's really cool.
Combination.
Yeah.
I love the footage as well. It's nice.
Oh my God, good job.
Yeah, very good job.
Oh, maybe you have some advice for this one.
No, I see. You see,
You see
that
the
he
offset?
does actually have a good bit of offset going. Oh, I
Very
like
good.
that. I like
Yeah,
that.
so it's
And
very
you can
good.
see, and he's thinking about what's the driving force, what's
Yeah.
pushing what to lift the weight up.
Yeah,
No, it's really,
Legs
really well
and-
done. Yeah,
very good job.
yeah.
Yeah, good job. Keep sharing and we will show more animations. Keep sharing on Twitter with the Adobe Live hashtag. Redouane, you want the same live stream in French? Well, we can switch to French, but we will lose some people. But if you go on YouTube, there is a Adobe France, one word channel, and they do live streams also. And okay, now people are chatting together using different languages. Oh, and the penguin, yeah, it's so cute. Joe is asking you, have you ever tried to do motion design for VR, virtual reality? It's kind of...
No, that's definitely it's the future, I suppose, isn't it? I'd be very interested in
It would be
seeing.
part of it, yeah.
Mm.
Blender, you can share whatever you want. If you want to share an illustration, you can share an illustration. That's fine. But for 3 days, it's more about motion design, animation, and pixel art. The final product, they still have time, Nico. Be patient. Because they're like,
Where is it?
they're like today, tomorrow, and on Thursday. So they have 3 days, 2 hours per day to create the animation. And we're live together 30 more minutes, okay?
30, 30.
30, 30.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think we're doing good.
Okay. how much time to complete this? We will see. I mean, they started 90 minutes ago. They still have 30 minutes together today, but we will be back tomorrow, same time, and on Thursday, same time, with our friends. So they have 6 hours total to create the animation. Oh no, it's what's the name? Weekly?
Vibrating.
Yeah, vibrating.
Yeah. So there's a constant vibration, and then we're trying to give it a bit more like
How did
body
you do that?
when he pushes. It's literally just moving the board up and down, and the wheels up and down just a little bit.
With the keyframes.
Just with the keyframes, yeah.
Wow. Is it possible to export a sprite sheet as a PNG sequence from After Effects? I think you need a plugin. I don't think it's by default, but I'm pretty sure a plugin exists. Short result files, we can be playing with them. Hi Kenton, thanks for joining. So there will be a replay available. So you can watch a replay on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. It should be available today. And you can even play the replay in slow motion on YouTube. You can change the speed.
That's cool.
Will we show character animator? So it's not planned, Sandrine, but maybe I will show it tomorrow. So if you come back tomorrow, I can show character animator. Do you know what this is? Character animator?
I've had a little. Is that with the where you talk
with the webcam?
I had a look at it the other day. It looked really cool. I think I was watching a tutorial where the guy was speaking the tutorial through the mouth of the character. So it was very fun.
That's it. So I will show it tomorrow. Make sure to be back same time. How much is Adobe? Well, if you want to buy the company, it's kind of expensive.
It might be a lot.
If you want to access the tools, it's a subscription, and there are a lot of different plans. So you can subscribe for one app or all the apps, depending if you are a student or a freelancer. There are a lot of. I invite you to go on the adobe.com website. Also, there is on Adobe Live a download Creative Cloud button or join Creative Cloud, and you can access the plans. Milo, is it possible in French, please? Non. On va pas faire en français. Mais il y a des streams en français sur la chaîne Adobe France. Some voice effects. Yeah. Okay, tomorrow we'll do some character animator, Janet, with some sound effects. Shivam is asking how to put a wave or wiggle in a path. I guess when you draw something and you want to...
Yeah, I mean, you can go to, if you have a look here, if you hit the arrow and bring out the sort of the inner workings
of the layers,
yeah, you can add wiggle pass, wiggle transform. There's some very cool stuff in here, but I don't really tend to use that much of it.
Okay.
I use trim pass a lot, and when it comes to sort of liquid, I rather just play with the path of a shape.
Oh, I see.
So actually you have sort of the full physical, it's completely up to you how it looks.
No, they are confused. They are asking, is Adobe French? No. It's a US company. but we are live from Paris. This is why it's so confusing, I know. Okay, Jean, let's look at your screen. So what do we have in the city so far?
City.
Whoa! So this will be the background of the animation.
Yeah, this is going to be
the bus.
We got a bus. We've got a traffic light happening here. In each of these, we got the train inside its mask, so I can only assume Peter's going to be moving that train.
Okay.
We've got this bus that is going to be moving. Don't know how yet. And we've got a handrail up in this, some stairs. Yeah, and a traffic light. And a little park with a tree and some stars. Just your average
cityscape.
city
Yeah.
life. And a little fire hydrant, and you'll see people do something with that.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
of this we will have to leave somewhat as a surprise.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's go back to After Effects. Oh, you're adding some smoke.
Yeah, a little bit of dust
So
that
intense.
he kicks up as he
Ah, nice. Very nice. So Vinayak, yeah, you can also use the wiggle expressions, but as Pete said, you trust the algorithm in a way of the expression,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you cannot really anticipate what would be the effect. That's why Pete prefers to control all the keyframes in this case
Yeah, it's more controlling the shape.
and the shape.
Yeah,
To avoid distortion. And,
It does, sometimes it can take a lot longer and be a lot more of a headache. But
Bill of motion. So what's going on in Illustrator? So Jean is working on the elements of the background, because you will see that after 3 days, so on Thursday, we should get a mosaic with something happening in a city with skateboarder, a train, like multiple elements. Explain the smoke. Okay, so they want to understand how you
okay, so
how it works.
really easy. What I've done so far is I created just with a pen tool a little box that at the moment is hiding it. So these are just circles that just have a little bit of path, and some of them have a bit of scale on them. And then eventually, once I have it as I kind of want it, I'll pre-compose it, and I will turn this into a mask over the pre-composition. So it is if I get
So
rid
there
of
is like a
this-
blue box, a blue rectangle on top
yeah,
of it.
exactly. So if I make the
Oh.
box invisible, these guys are just living under here, and then as the foot comes down, they're just moving away. But the box is cutting them in half, so it kind of looks like they're.
I see. Thanks.
Tricks. Illusion.
Hopefully, we can get it done in time.
We have more creation. I guess people join. Maybe we can talk about the difference between Duick and Rubber House. So
Okay, so with Duick, we tend to. Duick's a very interesting and versatile plugin, and you can do a lot with it. You can have one leg that is just one shape and put pins in it, and that kind of thing. Turn those pins into bones, which then sort of interact as the ankle, knee, and hip joint. But generally, the way that we will use it is we will make that limb, and then we will split that limb into the top bit, which is the thigh, and then where the knee is, there'll be a complete circle, which connects the thigh to the shin, and then the shin to the foot.
Yeah.
And you can use Duick to connect these pieces so that you have a controller at the ankle level, and if you lift that controller, then the leg itself, bends into like a perfect knee joint, rather than any sort of curve or distortion. Yeah, like you would get with the puppet tool, for example.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing with Rubber Hose, and especially, is that it can be continuously rasterized, because it's effectively just a stroke. So there's no issue when it comes to sort of scaling massively or anything like that. It sort of retains its outlines. But if you want a quick and simple, easy rig, rubber hose is the way forward. And if you're looking at something a little bit more technical rubber hose these days with the second version, you can make tapered limbs, which is very cool. So you're not just withheld to just the single stroke. But the problem that I've found so far with the tapered limbs of rubber hose is that you can't put trim paths on it. So you can't split an arm up to have a sleeve or a sweatband or shorts or that kind of thing. That's what I love about using rubber hoses, that you can just duplicate the base hose and give different widths. So you can give like a big baggy t-shirt cuff or like a fat sweatband or something like that, and it will always just be exactly where it needs to be as you move the character along.
Everybody can
Like everybody, all the guests. Oh, okay. Vega, will this stream be available offline? Yeah, it will become a classic YouTube video today, actually, on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, so you can watch it and you can really try to reproduce the same, maybe with something more basic, just with After Effects, draw some shapes in After Effects and try to have someone walking, and then you can share with us what you are doing using the Adobe Live hashtag on Twitter. Such as Animate, for instance. Show you that. Something like this, just someone walking with some parallax background.
That's Daddy Longlegs.
Tick, tick, very long legs. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, it's good work,
I
Animate.
like the clouds. I should mention that it's you don't need rubber hose or Jewik to be able to
It's
make
true.
a rig.
Just with After Effects, you can already rig
exactly
some elements.
And with this, for example, you could just have one stroke where the thigh is, one stroke where the shin is, and just having the shin parented to the thigh, and you just sort of rotate. For this leg, for example, you would just rotate the thigh from where the body is, move the thigh up, and then you just rotate the shin. But it just adds an extra workload, and because we're trying to get this done nice and snappy, we're going, I wouldn't say lazy, but
Never go lazy. Why is the skater created again in Illustrator? Because Jean, he gives the artistic direction.
Why is it created again in Illustrator?
Yeah, where are you doing, Jean?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now I'm just messing around. Just creating another character who's walking.
Ah. So it's not the same.
Not that
it's not the same
Pete,
game.
yeah, not the
Maybe
same
Pete
guy.
won't use it. You don't know.
Pete, yeah. You don't know. That's
You
why
don't
you have
know.
to keep.
They have 3 days again, so. Very good question. I had Joe. Oh, thank you, Paola. Yeah, and there will be more character animations even today, because we'll welcome Lucille in about 20 minutes for pixel art animation, and then Alexandra, who is also a character animation expert.
and she's doing the work cycle.
She's doing,
yeah. I'll leave them to her.
Yeah, she will do the work cycle for a man and for a dog. So we will be able to feel the difference between animating human being or an animal. And Motion Brain, you want to implement this in VR? Yeah, let us know how it goes. Can you use the same technique to create flash characters? Yeah, Freak Out. So it's very similar. If you open Animate CC, which is also part of Creative Cloud, you will have basically the same timeline, same concept of layers, and you can rig using the puppet tools. The only difference is that with Animate, you export for the web. So HTML5 animations or Flash animations mainly. Although you can also export videos, but it's not the main use case. Can this be achieved with the classic puppet tool? Yes, I think it's more a matter of...
I would be
What would be?
You could try. You could
But
try.
you would get what? More distortion?
You get a lot of distortion. I find that. No, you probably could. I think I'm being a bit mean. You could, yeah. There would definitely be a lot more distortion, and there wouldn't quite be as much. It wouldn't be so dynamic. And the lovely thing about Rubber Hose is that you can bring that bend radius down. So. Whereas with the puppet tool, it might be a bit more sort of circular. With this, you can actually bring it down to like a complete point, and it will retain that.
So you have more options.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just a little bit more versatile, and you can continuously rasterize it without an issue, which is nice.
Hey, Evil Series, thanks for joining. Hi, Blanco from Spain, thanks for joining. Yeah, you will be able to watch a replay very soon on AdobeLive.com. There is a replay tab that I will update in about 20 minutes to display the replay from this show and then the next one and all the shows during the week. In about 5 minutes, we'll give away a new Creative Cloud subscription. Stay tuned. I need to find a good question. I had one. Oh yeah, okay. I have a good one. I see.
Not that big. Minutes.
Yeah, it's a bit less actually. No, that's it. Yeah, like 10. Yeah, 13 to be precise. 13 minutes, and then we will have a 5-minute break on AdobeLive.com and welcome Lucille Patron, who is doing as known as Fully. That's the nickname, and she's a pixel artist, creating a lot of fan art animations for Stranger Things.
I love that.
X-Files.
Yeah, it almost looked like an arcade game.
Yeah.
To select your character.
Yeah, select the character.
I'm really excited to watch it. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Vega Star is asking, so it's a question for you, Jean. How did you choose the colors?
I just wanted, since the shape is so simple, just wanted some simple, bold colors.
Contrast.
Yeah, contrasty.
But there is no reference to.
No. When I was looking at it later, I thought maybe it references some country. Automatically, if you're choosing 2 or 3 colors, it's gonna might
link it to a flag.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask our friends in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. What is
if this animation would be made for a country or a brand? What would it be? Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see this response.
Rebecca is asking you, Jean, do you draw illustrations before jumping in Illustrator? Like, do you sketch on paper first, or?
Yeah, generally.
Yeah.
But sometimes illustrators, if it's really simple, if it's just shape stuff that you're doing, then Illustrator would be the. But yeah, actually, always I got this little.
Oh, you have a sketchbook.
Little sketchbook here.
Here we
Definitely
go.
some pencil on paper.
Awesome. Okay, so we start having some answers like IKEA, very popular before IKEA. Ukraine. Okay, good point. I think IKEA wins.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah, good point.
Yeah, it's a tribute.
Tribute to. Did you go to IKEA recently
They paid
to
me
buy
off,
to buy The furniture.
Subliminal.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're always
subliminal.
being influenced.
Yeah, I think we got it. Like Ukraine, Sweden, or IKEA. Someone says
No.
Vans. Yeah, it could be for Vans. Yeah.
No,
The color theme. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Good point. Okay, so it's time to give away another Creative Cloud subscription. Woo! So, if you join, how does it work? First, make sure that you subscribe to the Adobe Creative Cloud YouTube channel. It gives you 5 times more chances to win. And we ask a question, you just have to type the answer in the chat, and Nightbot will pick someone who answered correctly. Let me think about a question. Okay. So maybe you will have to do some research, but earlier during this stream, some people were talking about Adobe. Is it French? It sounds like it's French. No, so like Adobe. So the name Adobe has been picked by the 2 founders. It was in 1982 or 83, I don't remember. And it's a reference to something that was near their house. Okay. So I want you to type what was Adobe for the founders. It was something. I want you to type what it was. That's the key word. Good luck. Visit Wikipedia. Give me the answer. It's coming. I saw some good answers. Not all of them, but I saw something.
They're close.
Yeah, there's some answers are right actually. They have to pick what I have in mind, which is not easy. Okay, I help you. It's not creek. It's not what I meant. It's more simple. 5 letters. Starts with a R. And I saw it. Okay, I give you 2 more minutes. So, Pete, you added some stripes in the background to add some motion?
I just thought I'd give it a little bit of an idea that he's... I actually finished a little bit earlier than I was expecting to, so I thought, throw in the background as well.
Awesome. So productive. So efficient. It's like Jean, he's just playing around. Like, you don't really know what he's doing.
Creating possible landscapes, options.
Okay, you got it. It's a river. Or a creek. No, it's a river. In my story, it's a river. Okay? I don't care about Wikipedia. I've met the founders and they told me it's a river. Okay, I think you all got it. I give you 30 more seconds because it was a little bit confusing. And we will ask Nightbot to pick someone who gave the answer river. Okay, here we go. So we have one more friend in the chat who will get Creative Cloud, and this is Lumpy Pixels. Lumpy Pixels, congratulations. Please make sure that you type your Twitter handle in the chat. This is the only way for us to be in touch with you. Congratulations, Lumpy Pixels.
Cool name.
Yes, lovely.
People, if you didn't win, stay with us during the other streams. All day long, we will give away Creative Cloud subscriptions. So just stay with us. You will have more chances to win. Oh, yes, there's an offset here. Ah, yeah, good point. Oh, nice! Look at that.
Cool. For some reason, my replay in After Effects wasn't going so smoothly, so it's nice to actually see it in the flesh.
Very nice. And Jean, you want to show your artwork?
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
It's a mess. Right?
It's a mess.
Let me just get this.
Again, congratulations, Lumpy Pixels. Let us know in the chat what is your Twitter handle. Lumpy Pixels. Okay, some stairs.
Let me just get this in a couple masks.
Okay. Lumpy Pixels, who subscribed to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel in January 10. Maybe it was during the lettering stream. January 10. Yeah. With Martina Flower, Will Patterson, Charlotte Smith. And here we go.
I got it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lumpy Pixels. We will contact you today on Twitter.
Bless you.
Bless you. Voice in the back. Okay, awesome. We are live together with our friends from Made by Radio still for 2 minutes. So maybe it's time to wrap up and maybe explain what we will do tomorrow, same time.
So tomorrow, we are going to have him do some form of really awesome trick, and we will think about it.
Oh, like tricks, like skateboard tricks.
Yep, absolutely. I think he's going to pop a huge kickflip, and so I mean that will also be interesting, hopefully, for people to see the whole 2D idea of depth and things going behind each other, and it's really not as difficult as
Awesome.
Yeah, it should be exciting. And then third day, we should hopefully get everything all together in.
You will
in Jean's lovely artboard.
Include Jean's illustration in the animation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thursday.
So I mean, I think the idea is to have different settings, maybe 3 different skateboarders doing different things, and hopefully it will look like a nice rounded project.
You said 3, yeah?
3.
No, same thing.
They gotta stay tuned, and maybe maybe 4.
Maybe 4, maybe 2, maybe 1.
Mitch Kemper, Jean is working in Illustrator, so it's in RGB in Illustrator. They want you to do a Casper flip, so I don't know.
Casper, that's okay. Claps to whoever suggested that, because I desperately wanted to have him to do a Casper flip, but it's even for the most professional skateboarder, it's one of the most difficult tricks. So to be
I don't know
able
what
to
this is.
Explain it.
I need to do some research.
Yeah, it's incredible. But yeah, I actually genuinely wanted to have him do a Casper flip, so fair play.
Okay, so people in the chat, let's all say thank you to Pete and Jean for this awesome stream. We will still be live, okay? So stay with us on Adobe Live. We will just take a 5-minute break, and at the top of the hour, we will welcome Rufus Doschler as a host and Lucille Patron, who is a pixel art animator working in Photoshop. It's a completely different style, completely different
really
approach.
Exciting.
I'm very excited because it will be my first. Also, I will try pixel art for the first time. You know, I want to follow in Photoshop, so it will be great. So see you tomorrow, same time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Enjoy your time in Paris.
See you then.
Sure.
And thanks everyone. We just switched to big camera here in this big studio, this huge space. It's so big, and thanks for watching. Stay with us, okay, on adobelive.com. We will be back at the top of the hour. Bye, everyone.
Ciao.
Cheers.
Bye.